Hello everyone, welcome to Carry On Learning. So today we are going to learn about a very interesting and enjoyable topic which is the circulatory system. So without further ado, let's get started. So circulatory system is a life support system that provides our body cells with food and oxygen. It takes away waste products from the body cells. It is a system of vessels which connects all the cells, tissues and organs of the body together. It is a transport system in animals including humans. So let me tell you, just like the transport system in humans and animals is the circulatory system, just like that in plants, their transport system is the vascular system, which is again an important point. So let's move to the next topic. So now here are the main parts of the circulatory system, which are the heart, the blood and the blood vessels. So we know that the heart is a very important part of the circulatory system as well as our body. The work of the heart is to pump the blood, and if it stopped doing that, we would die. Blood. Functions of blood are as follows. It regulates the body temperature, it removes waste products from the body, it transports oxygen and nutrients to each and every part of the body, and it protects our body from various infections and diseases. And blood vessels are those which transports blood. So now let's move to the next topic, which is the heart. So heart is the size of a fist and somewhat cone-shaped. It has thick walls of cardiac muscles, which means that the heart is made up of the cardiac muscles. It is four-chambered with two auricles and two ventricles, and we are going to learn about them later on. It is divided into two halves by a thick muscular septum, which prevents mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Now here is the position of the heart. So what we are learning from our previous classes is that our heart is located in the left side, but that's not completely true because the heart is located in the center or in the middle, but its pointed part, which is called the apex, is slightly tilted towards the left. That is why we say that the heart is located in the left. But now you know that the heart is located in the center and its pointed part is tilted towards the left, and its broader part is called its base. So let's read this para. The heart is located in the thoracic or the chest cavity between the lungs. It is slightly tilted towards the left. So we saw a picture in the previous slide which showed that the heart is located between the lungs. For your concern, let me show it to you again. So here you can see that these are the lungs and between them here is the heart. So let's move on. Here is what is a heartbeat. So the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of auricles and ventricles is known as heartbeat. Human heart beats about 72 times per minute. So now here's one more topic, which is the pulse rate. So let me tell you about that. So pulse rate is the throbbing movement in the arteries which is caused because of the blood which flows in the arteries under a great pressure. And we can also feel it in the inner side of the wrist in the radial artery. And the pulse rate is 72 times per minute. So let's move further. Here is the exterior of the heart. So let's have a look. This is the superior vena cava, right atrium, right ventricle, inferior vena cava, aorta, pulmonary trunk, or we can call it pulmonary artery, left atrium, pulmonary veins, left ventricle. Now, here is the interior of the heart. So let's read about it. So the superior and inferior vena cava breaks the bad blood or the deoxygenated blood or the blood which contains carbon dioxide in it to the right atrium. Then after the blood reaches to the right atrium, it moves to the right ventricle, But before that, this valve have to get open, which is called the tricuspid valve. So when this valve gets open, the blood from right atrium moves to the right ventricle. After reaching the right ventricle, the blood have to move to the lungs. To do it so, the blood takes the help of pulmonary artery. So through the pulmonary artery, the blood reaches the lungs. But before doing it, this valve, which is called the pulmonary valve, have to get open. So when it get open through the pulmonary artery, the blood reaches the lungs. So when the blood reaches the lungs through pulmonary artery, it returns to the left atrium through the pulmonary veins. And the blood is now filtered, which means it is oxygenated and clean. It contains oxygen. Through the left atrium, it now reaches the left ventricle by the opening of mitral or the bicuspid valve. When the blood reaches the left ventricle, it moves to the aorta by the opening of this aortic valve. When it moves to aorta, it then moves to all parts of the body. To learn it, we have a chart for it. We can write right auricle here, left auricle, right ventricle and left ventricle. So now if you are confused in between auricles and ventricles, first of all, atrium is also called auricle, and A point towards the top, that is why they are in upper boxes, and V point downwards, that is why they are in these boxes. So now let's move on. Now is the blood. So it is a red colored viscous fluid. It flows in the blood vessels. It has two components, plasma and blood cells. Plasma is a yellowish fluid. It removes CO2, which is carbon dioxide, from cells and transports it to the lungs. It also carries urea from the body cells to the kidneys. Now are the blood cells. So there are three types of blood corpuscles or blood cells, which are RBCs, WBCs and platelets. So the work of RBCs is to transport the oxygen, and it contains a pigment called hemoglobin. So when hemoglobin and oxygen combines, they form oxyhemoglobin, which gives RBCs the red color. Now is WBCs. WBCs are called soldiers of the body because they protect our body from infections and diseases. Platelets. Platelets synthesis vitamin K and helps in the clotting of blood. So now are the blood vessels. And to learn them, we can have this kind of a figure. So the arteries are those vessels which brings the blood from the heart and transport to the body organs, and veins are those vessels which transports the blood from body to the heart. And let me tell you that, and in veins, valves are also present, which ensures that the blood moves in only one direction. In arteries, there are no valves present because the blood which flows in them are under great pressure. And let me tell you that the longest artery in our body is the aorta, and in vein it is the vena cava. It's again an important point to note down. So now when we are done with the last topic also, and we are done with the circulatory system, let me thank you all to watch this video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. For more such videos, subscribe my channel. Thank you.